Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPLElmer, and today we're going to be going through some Champions League content. We're going to be going through the quarterfinals team selection, and I hope you're all excited for the comeback of the Champions League. There are some very exciting fixtures in there, and I hope they're going to live up to the expectations. But before we get into that, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, and if you're enjoying the content, make sure you leave a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. So without wasting any much time, let's get into it. So as we get into the team selection, just one thing to note is I've tried to as much as possible to have a representative from each of the teams, but I couldn't fit in an AC Milan player. But it's not hard to fit in an AC Milan player, as I'll explain later in the video. It is possible if you want one, if you want to just mix it up, because in football you never know what's going to happen. But for now, so let's get into it. We have the defenders. We're going to have Onana in goal and Courtois as well. I think they both play on different days, so if one messes up on one day, the other one is going to be okay for the next game. So the reason I've gone for Onana is because they play Benfica. Although it's not a difficult fixture, on paper it looks like one of the easiest fixtures out of the quarterfinal draw, and expect Inter Milan to try their best as they did against Porto, and hope that Onana will be able to perform as he did against Porto. Then you have Courtois against Chelsea. Chelsea cannot score to save their lives, as you've seen in their previous Premier League fixtures. They found it difficult to score, so that's why I've gone for Courtois. Let's hope that they can be able to keep that clean sheet against Chelsea as well. Then you have Bastoni against Benfica, as I mentioned for Onana. It looks like one of the easiest fixtures on paper, but you never know with Champions League football. But I've gone for Bastoni because he's good for Inter. I know that he'll be able to perform. Then I've gone for Grimaldo from Benfica. Grimaldo is the main man for Benfica from that left back position, and as well is on set pieces, I think corners and some long free kicks, and he has a very good cross on him when he's attacking down that left side, and that's why I've gone for him, just for the attacking returns. And then you have Reece James, who's also good at the right back position. He's always forward. He's always good attacking. He gives crosses. I think he's on corners on one side, and also I've gone for him just for that attacking return. I don't think they're going to get anything against Real Madrid. Maybe just a goal or two, and I hope that Reece James will be involved in some of those goals. Then you have Kim Min-jae and Di Lorenzo from Napoli. I think they're playing Milan, although I think Milan beat them, I think 4-0 the other day in the league. But I think Champions League, they're going to focus more on it because they've already won the Serie A and there's no more problems there. So that's why I've gone for both of them. And this is where you can maybe try and fit in a Milan player for over one of them. If you want to have a representative of all the teams, you can maybe try and fit in Theo Hernandez or as Tomori in place of maybe Kim Min-jae, because Di Lorenzo is very attacking and will give you that attacking return. So for now, I've gone for this. I think this looks like a solid defense, and I hope it will bring the points home. Then we can move on to the midfielders. I've gone for Kvaratskhelia in there. I think he's the main guy for Napoli, especially now that we don't know the news for Osimhen. If Osimhen is out injured, Kvaratskhelia will have to step in and bring the points for Kvaratskhelia for Napoli against Milan, and I'm sure that he'll be capable of doing that, as he's been doing in the league of late. So I hope that he's going to perform. Then you have João Mario. The reason I just have João Mario is because he's cheap, and he's also on penalties for Inter, and I don't think he's missed so far in the Champions League. And that's why I've gone for him, just the hope of the penalty that he's going to get. He's also very attacking sometimes, so I hope that he'll be able to score a goal here and there. Then you have Musiala from Bayern. They play Man City, which I think is the toughest fixture in the quarterfinals, Man City versus Bayern. But I think Musiala is the cheapest about the Bayern Munich midfielders. Maybe Coman is a little bit cheaper, I'm not so sure. But I've gone for Musiala because it's guaranteed to start, and has been performing really well in the Champions League. so I hope he's going to be able to perform well against Man City as well. Then I've also gone for Kevin De Bruyne against Bayern, very tough fixture as well. But if Man City want to score and they want to break the high line for Bayern, Kevin De Bruyne to be able to make those good passes that he usually makes in behind for the likes of Haaland, Grealish, who are very willing runners. So I think KDB will be important in that game, and that's why I've gone for him. Then you have Vinicius Jr. They're going to be playing Chelsea. Chelsea have been looking good defensively, but sometimes they can be a little bit suspect with the likes of Koulibaly not picking up speed so far. So I hope that Vinicius Jr. will be able to exploit that. And he's going to be playing against Chilwell, who's also very attacking. So he will be able to exploit that as well. But we'll see how it plays out. But I've gone for Vinicius Jr. just because he's been on form. Plays against Reece James, who's very attacking. So we might leave spaces in behind for him to run. And that's why I've gone for him. And I hope that he'll be able to perform. Then now we can go to the final part of the video, going to go for the forwards. I've gone for Osimhen in there, but we're not so sure about his injury situation at the moment. If it's confirmed he's going to be out injured, I might go for Gonzalo Ramos in there. Instead, there's the likes of Lukaku, an Inter Milan player. But for now, I've gone for Osimhen, and I hope that he's going to be fit. But you know, all Osimhen is very good, very powerful, scores a lot of goals. The combination between Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen is really nice for Napoli, and I hope that Osimhen will be fit and to be able to play that game. Then we've gone for Haaland against Bayern Munich. He was taken off early against Southampton just for this game. I'm so sure about it, and I hope that he's going to be able to score as he used to do against Bayern when he was at Dortmund, and I hope that he'll be able to do the same here. Then I've also gone for Benzema against Chelsea, who have mentioned that they have been sometimes good defensively but a bit dodgy sometimes, and I hope that Benzema will be able to score some goals. He's come out over back-to-back hat-tricks, so I hope that he'll be able to get a hat-trick in this fixture as well and bring the points home as he's been doing for me in Sorare. So that is the team for the quarterfinals team selection. I hope that it's going to bring a lot of points to many of you. And if you're looking at this team, just make sure that you put a captain for the 11th, which I think is today. So make sure you put a captain for 11th, then tomorrow you can switch him out and start all the players who are going to be playing on the 11th. So and bench all the players who are going to be playing on the 12th, because you can be able to make subs if the players on 11th don't bring the points that you want. So I think that's a very cool feature for Champions League. But anyway, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.